Good morning, welcome to another video with a guy and his projects. Today we are working on the 2004 Nissan Titan. This has the 5.6 liter gas engine, obviously V8, and we have a leaking problem. Not an important leak. When I bought the thing, the guy told me that the windshield washer fluid reservoir leaked a lot, and it does. You can put a gallon in there, within 24 hours it's gone. So there's either a really bad crack on the bottom of the container or the pump is not seating correctly. There's two things we can do here. We can replace the tank, pull the tank, verify, replace, or we can try the pump first and then go from there. We could put some dye in the liquid if we needed to, but I don't really care that much. What I'm doing is I went ahead and just ordered a whole new reservoir. It comes with a little bit of new piping, and it also comes with the motor and pump and whatnot and whatever the heck this is. I don't understand. This has to be the sensor actually. Yeah, so pump, sensor, and comes with some new tubing so you can replace your crappy cracked stuff, and of course the new overflow or reservoir. So we could try and seal it first, get some JB weld depending on where the crack is. Most likely, my guess is it's leaking from the pump itself. There's a little rubber grommet that can leak. I don't really feel like playing with that. I don't really feel like spending the time and effort to pull this whole thing apart and put it back together just to find out it didn't get fixed. This reservoir system with everything you need was relatively cheap. I'll link it down below on Amazon, and we're taking it all apart anyway. I'm going to just do it. This thing's got 18 years on it now, so let's just do it. First thing I have to do is we put in this Volent cold air intake the other month. If you want to watch that video, go for it. It's actually kind of a cool intake. I really like it. It gives you a lot more filtration surface, and it has an air scoop. Believe it or not, it drops down to the bottom with an air scoop. So check out that video. It's in the Titan playlist if you're interested. In the meantime, I have to take this off to get to this because the pump and the sensor, the electrical, the hose is all right in this little teeny crack that obviously I'm not getting my hands into. So airbox out first. Depending on what kind of airbox you're running, you may or may not have to pull this. This is obviously aftermarket. The Pro Cold with the filter and the fender well before would not have had to pull this, but today we gotta pull the box. This filter's a pain in the butt to mount, by the way. I'm not really excited about pulling it off. So I do quite a bit of dirt road driving, at least 2 miles of dirt every day with this truck. This filter's 2 months old. It's got a lot of filtration surface area, but you can see where it pulls most of the air. It's pretty dusty. That's also the top, so that's yeah, this is not going to last nowhere near 1,000,000 miles, but it'll last long enough. Smells oily. Down here I've got 2 bolts. Well, it looks like 1 nut and 1 bolt. We're going to go ahead and get those undone. So we have 2 bolts in here. We've got 1 bolt, and then we have a nut down here in that corner right there. We're just going to remove those real quick. Air scoop is loosened down below. This might go a lot easier now. Look at that. So it looks like this is not really held in by much. It's smaller than a 10. Hold on. So to get this bolt out, this is really held in by not much. Looks like it just plugs in here, no hardware. And then there's one little, seems to fit my 5/16 wrench down here. What size it really is, I don't know, but it seems to fit 5/16. Before we unbolt it though, while it's solid, it might be easier to undo our connections right now. So you've got your fluid hose right here. I'm gonna go ahead and just, and I just broke the plastic on the pump. So yeah, this is pretty dry rotted. It's been leaking for a very long time and corroded everything. So unplug our hose, and then we're going to unplug our electrical. You got 2 pins. You've got this one, which I'm guessing is your level sensor, and then you've got this one, which is your pump. So I'm going to push this tab in. Get out of my way, sucker. There we go. Pull up. So that plug's undone. And there goes the rest of the fluid. Yay. Made in CZ on. the 51st week of 2003. So yeah, this has been in here for a couple minutes. So this tab here, I was trying to push in, you actually lift it up. You can actually do it one-handed. That's it, that was super simple. All right, so now we're gonna go to our little bolt right here, which I said fit my 5/16. I don't know if you can see where I'm at, but there's your little bolt holding in your reservoir. Theoretically, all we need to do now is pop this out of place and she should come right up. Keyword theoretically. Nope, there's something else holding her in somewhere. Hold on. So anytime I get stuck and I have the new part, I refer to it. This is the front. It's still being held on somewhere. And it looks like there's a place in the back. So let me get that too. So then I'm guessing, yes sir, just pop it that way. Now we should be able to lift it up. Voila. So it looks like all this plastic right here goes to holding in the back of that wiper or assembly. So it looks like we need to unscrew this bolt and pull that off. Now we're going to take our new reservoir and we're going to slide this one on in much the same way, this clip that just came off, just like so. Even comes with a nice slot so you know exactly where it ends up. Now just move your wires and stuff out of the way. You should be able to drop it right in place. Theoretically, that bolt hole lines up. This one hopefully lines up. We're gonna find out. We're gonna stick this one back in. All right, and I just got my little ratchet here and my 5/16. Little by little, tiny by tiny, getting this all tightened up, which we're just about there. Now we just gotta get this bolt in on this side and we're almost done. So we're gonna steal this little clip from here. The best way to do that I've found is just to break them, but if you need to reuse it, I'm just going to use a little screwdriver, pry up the tab, and push it off, like so. Boop. And we are now in nice and tight. So now you can either simply plug in your old rubber. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and snip this electrical in before I forget. So that would make me really annoyed with myself. The electrical's in, so there's a coupling right here where your two hoses meet. So I want to go ahead and rip this apart and pull off of here. This hose is actually still really good. I'm going to break that off. And I'm just going to pull it apart right here. Pull it apart there and get rid of that new line they provided. Why they went clear, don't know, but new is new, so I'm just giving myself some extra in case I gotta make a cut later. Grab my side cutters, snip that, and put this on the pump. All right, so now before we put our air box back in, I kind of just want to make sure that this holds the fluid. I'll pop that up. So there's no immediate leaks evident, so I'm going to go ahead and just fill this up the rest of the way. Still don't feel any leaks, so we're going to go with it. Put your cap back on, and we just got to put our air box back on. Alright, before we get overly carried away, I just want to verify that this is going to work first. So let me get some fluid going here. She pumps. Very nice. Okay, now we'll go ahead and put the air box together. Okay, that's all put together. All right guys, that's it. We have a new overflow, I keep calling it overflow like it's a coolant reservoir. We have a new windshield washer fluid reservoir in the truck. Right now it's not leaking. Let's hope it stays that way. We filled it up, verified the pump worked, verified the cylinder worked. The light turns off saying that there's coolant in there, or the light that says there's low coolant is not on. So that is all good. Pretty simple, pretty easy. You can do this in about 15 minutes, probably, maybe 20, 30 absolute tops. Not a hard job. Yeah, looking forward to having washer fluid again. I guess that's all I really have to say, so make sure you leave a thumbs up, hit subscribe, make sure you leave a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and check out my other videos. I've got a small playlist on the Titan now because we just got the Titan, but there's going to be plenty more added as we go. So thanks for sticking around. We'll see you next time.